Far beneath the rolling surface of the open ocean, beyond the reach of waves and weather, the water slowly darkened. Blue faded into indigo. Indigo deepened into midnight. Here, in the vast twilight zone of the sea, lived a lanternfish. It was small, no longer than a human hand, but perfectly shaped for this world of shadow. Its body was slender and silvered, with scales that caught even the faintest glimmer of distant light. Along its sides ran tiny luminous organs called photophores, arranged in delicate patterns like constellations across a night sky. The lanternfish drifted steadily, neither rushing nor lingering. Movement in the deep was measured, thoughtful. Energy was precious here, above, far above. Sunlight still touched the surface waters, but down here, light arrived only as a memory, a dim gradient fading into darkness. The lanternfish did not depend on the sun directly. It carried its own glow. Soft pulses flickered along its body. Not bright, not dazzling, just enough. Around it, the deep ocean stretched wide and quiet. Other lanternfish moved nearby, their bioluminescent patterns blinking gently in coordinated rhythms. Each species had its own arrangement of lights, like a signature written in living stars. Optional soft global phrases could drift like distant echoes. Shine softly, brilla suave, lumière douce, yasashiko guanru, putabegie onada. The water temperature remained cool and steady. Tiny drifting organisms, copepods and small crustaceans, moved slowly through the dark. The lanternfish watched carefully. With a swift but controlled motion, it opened its mouth and fed, then resumed its steady glide. In the deep sea, silence was not empty. It was layered. Subtle currents flowed like underwater winds. Distant movements echoed faintly through pressure and vibration. As evening fell at the ocean's surface, something remarkable began far below. The lanternfish joined millions of others in a slow, upward migration. Every night, in one of the largest daily movements of life on Earth, lanternfish rose together toward shallower waters to feed. The ascent was gradual. Meters passed quietly. The water lightened from black to deep blue. Faint traces of moonlight filtered down from above. The lanternfish's glow adjusted, dimming slightly to blend with the changing light. Around it, thousands of tiny lights shimmered upward, an underwater galaxy rising toward the surface. No sound announced the migration. No splash marked its beginning. It was ancient and rhythmic, older than most shorelines. By night, the lanternfish fed closer to the surface, where plankton were more abundant. It moved with care, aware of larger silhouettes passing through the water. Tuna, squid, and other hunters who also followed this nightly pattern. Yet even here, in the open water beneath moonlight, calm remained. When dawn approached, a gradual shift signaled the return. The lanternfish turned downward once more, descending slowly back into the protective dimness of the twilight zone. As sunlight strengthened above, darkness welcomed the small traveler again. The lanternfish's photophores resumed their soft glow. In the absence of sun, it became its own quiet constellation. Below, the ocean stretched endlessly. Above, the world turned unseen, and in the vast middle layer between light and shadow, the lanternfish continued its gentle rhythm, rising, feeding, descending, glowing, an unnoticed but essential heartbeat of the deep sea.